face, regardless of whether you're in Singapore, India, Metro Manila, or the provinces, is restricted movement. Lockdowns, ECQ, circuit breaker, whatever they're called. These policies are meant to arrest the spread of COVID-19 in the community. But with that, access to important medical supplies have also been affected. In the Philippines, we know that there is a proliferation of Facebook sellers, usually unreliable and prone to scamming. For those who can deliver, they may have difficulty in terms of quality and manufacturing guarantee. Now, for B2C items like food, groceries, clothing, the public now tend to go to e-commerce websites like Lazada or Shopee. So I'd like to ask our panelists, do you think that the e-commerce hype is just cool now because we are restricted in terms of movement, or is this the new reality that everyone must embrace? So let's start with Kato-san.
Okay. So for me, I strongly believe this will be more and more penetrating into the society. So indeed, these are some barriers which people to purchase in e-commerce, such as a feeling of uncertainty to e-commerce, a concern if they can receive the product with a good condition and a good quality. And also method of payment can be another barrier of e-commerce. However, these types of issues have been solved rapidly. Recently, more trusted e-commerce providers are coming into the market. If you can buy through the e-commerce platform who is trustable, there will be assurance for buyers. So also regarding the payment, in the past, lack of the penetration of the credit card was a controller of the e-commerce market expansion. However, recently there are several options to make payments. Along with removing these barriers, buying through e-commerce are becoming more convenient than before. And once you experience that convenience, it will be the common practice.
So true, totally agree. Gab, what do you think?
Definitely agree with everything that Kato-san said. And we can even see that in countries like US or Singapore, that e-commerce has been there for many years and has stayed. We have had Amazon, Alibaba, and so many more e-commerce companies, just showing that really e-commerce is the future, because we've seen in other countries that it has worked really well for them. And I believe in the Philippines, it's going to work really well as well.
All right. And Richie, do you think e-commerce is here to stay?
Well, yes, Elle, I mentioned in my presentation a while back that many of these innovations were actually just facilitated by the pandemic. Even before that, as mentioned, we already had the Amazons, the Lazadas, and all of that. And it's just now that we're relying on them more than ever. And I think that with online shopping, if you may, that's really something that's going to continue even after the COVID pandemic.
Right. So if we all agree that e-commerce will be here to stay, what does this mean to medical supplies? Because medical supplies are significantly different. Medical supplies, we actually deal with patient lives, right? So Mr. Kato, Omron is a global leader and has been in the medical device industry for decades. What are your thoughts on medical products, medical device on e-commerce platforms?
Okay, e-commerce for medical devices, this will for sure become more common, same as other goods. So perhaps a buyer may be more cautious to buy medical devices through e-commerce than other goods. This is because for medical devices, usually buyers want to have more assurance, such as quality, customer support. So also in some countries, selling medical devices through online is regulated by the law. So the barrier for buyers may be higher than other goods. However, this situation is changing rapidly, and it is expected to improve further in the future. So by nature of e-commerce, this will improve accessibility for both sellers and the buyers dramatically. It is very fast and easy to purchase. Credibility of e-commerce are becoming much stronger than before, also regulation related to e-commerce to deal medical devices are more and more relaxed. So actually, this is a global trend. So e-commerce markets are growing in many countries, and the medical devices not the exception on it.
All right. So Richie, do you agree, or do you have a different view on medical device on e-commerce platforms?
Yeah, actually, I totally agree with Kato-san. That is a very spot on observation. The e-commerce for medical devices, it is important that the online platform is a very reliable one. And we can access products in Facebook or in any other online platform very easily, Lazada and all that. But as you mentioned, and I think when you started your question, you mentioned that this deals with people's lives, people's health, and this is very important. You can really, this is not something like a gadget or a piece of clothing that you buy. So it's very important that the platform where these devices are on are also as reliable as the product itself. I mean, Omron is a very established brand. Why should it be advertised or featured in a not so reliable site? So it doesn't make sense. But so for it to work, both of this have to be reliable.
Right. So do you have stories that you can share with us? Have you had experiences in your hospital where you have benefited from a digital marketplace?
Well, actually, right now that's where we go with many of our purchases, especially given the situation right now where there's community quarantine. You can't really go around. Manila can't go to our province, and we are going to have a hard time going to Manila. And many of the hospitals actually just go to Manila to shop for items. And so given the quarantine that's in place, you can't go out and canvas anymore. Face-to-face is very limited. And so it is important that you have to now resort to online platforms such as Medhyve, where we buy our supplies and some of the equipment. So that is really an ongoing story, if you may, that is still happening and, as we speak.
All right. So I think I want to hear now from Gab, because Gab, I know you've been doing amazing stuff at Medhive, and we've been able to serve clients like Centuria, Makati, Mount Grace hospitals. But can you tell the audience how Medhive works?
All right. Yeah. So Medhive is an online medical procurement market space. And through Medhive, you can purchase directly from brands like Omron or through our entire list of verified and trusted medical suppliers, which we ensure that your hospital has access to the safest and most reliable products. We actually have a video here to show just how easy it is to be a part of Medhive. I should be playing it a bit. With Medhive, we make it easy for you to purchase Omron products. You can browse the Omron brand page and check out their top products, including hospital-grade blood pressure monitors, thermometers, and many other categories. Signing up is easy. We just need you to fill in your account information, as well as some additional information to help us recommend the best products for you. After that, just add to cart. And you can pay with credit card, GCash, or bank deposit. Head to medhive.com to start now.
All right, so Gab, this is when we say e-commerce website, online marketplace, this is similar to what the audience may be familiar with, Lazada, Shopee, but specific for medical supplies. Is that right?
Definitely. The safety and security of our patients and doctors are always at the heart of Medhive. We want to ensure that every time you buy products, you get reliable products and you have no anxiety about our products at all.
All right. Thank you, Gab. Now, everyone, this online event is actually a celebration of a wonderful partnership that we are launching. Omron, the global leader in BP devices, has partnered with Medhyve. So what does this mean to you? It means that you can now easily place your order via Medhyve. So will it make a difference? Let's see. It's easy, it's fast, and we provide a convenient payment option. So there's no probability of you being scammed. Number two, Omron guarantee of quality and innovation will always be there when you purchase your orders via Medhyve. And we offer competitive pricing for the state-of-the-art genuine Omron products. So we have a QR code that will be flashed on screen and a link on the chat. So feel free to visit the Omron page on Medhyve, browse through the products, and order now. We've been talking about medical device innovation since earlier, and there will always be upcoming and emerging technologies and innovations. But what is available to you right now, what Omron, this global giant, has developed over years and decades, it's now available to you, and you can purchase your Omron products through Medhyve. So let's ask Mr. Kato, what made you decide to choose to partner with Medhyve?
Okay, first, Medhyve is specialized to medical supply, and they are offering the trustable marketplace for medical procurement. All of suppliers go through a rigorous validation process to ensure reliability. Since buying a product through e-commerce, one of the concerns of buyers if they can buy the product from the reliable supplier to minimize their risk, ensure its quality of the product, and not to buy something wrong. So especially this is particularly important when you buy medical products. By partnering with Medhyve, we can deliver our products to our customers with confidence, and this will be also beneficial for our customers as they can make their procurement with secure and guaranteed way. Also, Medhyve has a vision to make people's lives better by offering the solution in terms of the medical procurement. Knowing that their vision and what they are going to achieve, I had the confidence that we can offer the better solution for people in Philippines together with Medhyve.
Thank you very much. And indeed, we do have that vision. We want to impact the way that medical supplies are being procured. And we will do that in partnership with great companies like Omron. So Richie, Dagupan Doctors has tried Medhyve. You've ordered a couple of I believe PPEs. Will you continue to count Medhyve as a partner moving forward? I think you're on mute. If you could just check the mic, please.
Okay. So to answer your question, yes, we will continue to patronize, partner with Medhyve because of the experience that we've already have with them. I'll tell you a story. We all know that this pandemic has been ongoing since last year, and I think we're already a year and a half into this medical issue. throughout this period, there have been different challenges that come along. Now it's the vaccination. Before that was testing, but earlier it was actually PPEs that had the shortage, and we were in need, and this is actually a story that we share with other hospitals, because when we participated, it was not only by us, but with also other hospitals of the Association of Private Hospitals in our country. There was the shortage of N95s. It was a very vital piece of PPE that was needed by a lot of our health frontliners. And we were able to source it from Medhyve at that particular time when it was very difficult to get it. And the price skyrocketed because it was very much in demand product. But we were able to get it at a price that was very, well, let's say friendly at that time, considering all the difficulties. So that is proof that the platform is very happy that we will continue to patronize Medhyve.
Thank you so much for that. And so, Gab, what are the future plans of Medhyve in order to continue serving the medical community?
So at Medhyve, we're really trying to help as much people as possible. So now we're working hard to expand their reach to assist even those in faraway provinces in the Philippines. And as well as we're always looking for ways to implement innovative technologies to push medical procurement to new heights. And just to share with you, our audience, we're working on tools right now to help integrate artificial intelligence and data analytics to further improve and elevate the hospital procurement process.
That sounds exciting. So we will walk hand in hand with partners like Omron, who are dedicated to continuing innovation using the power of technology in order to serve the patients like you and me. So I'd like to check if there is anyone who has any questions on the chat. So if you have any questions, you can kindly type on the chat box so we can try to squeeze in one question. Because it's 4:55 and we are very mindful of your time. We would like to finish on time. We did promise that this will be until 5 p.m. I don't see any questions. So I will now move on to ask for final messages and thoughts from our panelists on the direction of medical device innovation and accessibility of critical medical supplies, particularly in the Philippines. So let's start with, Gab, let's start with you.
Yeah, so we're definitely excited to push this partnership with Omron to really bring accessibility to these innovative medical supplies and devices throughout the Philippines. We're going to be working hard from now on to ensure that even those in faraway provinces get what they deserve.
Thanks, Gab. Richie, final message and thoughts?
Given these challenges, I think the role of medical devices will become more and more important to us healthcare providers. As I mentioned, we were already trying to bring the services outside to the communities by bringing it to their homes. And these devices would play a very important role, especially if it becomes personal and portable and can be accessed to the internet. Yeah, because geographic barriers are one challenge, but this community quarantine is another one. So given that, I think this and even Medhyve, given that they are an online platform, will be very useful for all the healthcare providers. So with that, I'm pretty sure we will go through this and we will recover in hopefully it happens soon.
Thank you, Richie. And Mr. Kato, your final word and messages to our audience.
Yeah. Okay. So first, I want to say thank you. Thank you very much for participating in this event. I hope all of attendees enjoyed this event. And thank you also for the presenters and the panelists. There are a lot of insights about the medical device innovations. And then again, the innovations are for people's better life. So we really hope many people will be familiarized with these technologies and enjoy the advantage of them to make your daily work more efficiency and convenience. Then you can spend your time to take care of your patients and also for you and your loved one. Again, thank you very much for your time today.